Welcome to the Christmas in July Slay the Summer Bundle Sponsor Spotlight, where the magic makers behind the scenes get their moment to shine. Today, I am chatting with one of my favorite people, Carla Gardiner. She is one of our fabulous sponsors who's going to bring the sparkle, the strategy, and maybe a little holiday cheer too. So, Carla, let's dive in. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Julie. How are you?
So far, so good. I am going to read a little bit of your bio, and I have to tell you, if people don't know you, they are going to be literally laughing out loud. So I'm going to read a little bit of your bio, and then we're going to jump in here and tell people about your offer.
Okay.
So Carla is a former banker turned snarky blogger and affiliate marketing resource guide. She helps everyday entrepreneurs, especially those with the desire to pivot, change direction, and finally get results, to ditch tech confusion and build simple, profitable online businesses. With a copy in one hand and a bulldog snoring nearby, she directs you to the resources for growing an email list, starting a blog, and choosing tools that actually work. No dancing on TikTok required. Carla, if our listeners don't know you, they're going to get a treat today because you always have me rolling and laughing.
Thank you.
Put you on the spot there. So let's talk a little bit about you're offering the FastTrack tools that work to design for the everyday entrepreneur. But I want to take a jump back and want to know, how did you go from banking and dispatching to building your thriving online business?
So I discovered as I worked my way up the corporate ladder in banking that the part of the job that brought me the most joy was working with the customers, having someone come to the counter with a problem, seeking a resolution, and being able to have the knowledge and the skill to point them in the right direction if I weren't that person. And my career in banking took part in 10-year chunks. So at the 10-year mark, I left because the bank was restructuring and centralizing to the big city, taking a lot of jobs from the local banks. And then they wanted those tenured employees to work for peanuts. And when I put pen to paper, I would be paying them to allow me to work there after I paid childcare.
Oh, wow.
And that didn't make sense. So I left and just stayed home with the kids for a few years. But that's not me.
Yeah.
I love my kids, but it's dirty diapers and snotty noses. Not all. And so I went back into banking. And for some odd reason, I really thought things might have changed, but they don't change.
Not so much.
No. What I discovered again was that you just are obligated to follow the rules, do what you're told, do not think for yourself, and not necessarily put customers first. And I think very linear and black and white, and that just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
One day, I was working the teller line, and a little grandma came in. I don't remember her name, couldn't say it if I did, but I even forget what she needed done. But when I looked at her checking account, she had an excessive amount in there.
Mhm.
Said, "This really isn't safe. Have you ever considered just separate it, put it in a little savings account?" What I didn't know was my supervisor was standing behind me.
Oh, boy.
And I didn't know I had done anything wrong. when that little customer left, she was happy as a clam.
I'm sure.
The supervisor, however, pulled me in the back. I got counseled for not keeping the bank and their interest first.
Oh, boy.
And I literally sat there scratching my head. I'm like, if we don't have customers, there is no bank.
Right.
Isn't that the bank's interest? She said, no, you cost the bank money by paying her interest. So that was the second hard lesson. So I quit again. And that was my introduction into network marketing. And at a training, I met a girl who wasn't in the training. And I asked her, you spent money to go. Why aren't you in there? She said, I'm making money. So that led into a conversation, led me to start my own auto transport brokerage and dispatch center. And that's what I've done for the last 20 years. But have you ever worked for yourself?
Please fun.
And it's like, oh my God, what did I create? Monster. When you leave the office, you can leave the job there.
Yeah,
Working at home, it's on your mind 24/7.
it is.
Yeah.
And it's hard to separate work and personal life. You just can't do it.
And a lot of people, a lot of my friends go, I don't know how you do it. You're home. How do you sit for 8 hours a day and focus on work? And that's a stupid question to me. I like to eat. It's a job. You have to show up
Yeah.
to build anything. And they're like, but you've got laundry and dishes. And I said, so what? I did when I worked at the bank. You do them later.
Yeah.
And I will never forget this. And this probably doesn't happen to anyone else. It probably only happened to me. We used to live next to my parents. And I kid you not, it took me 5 years to train my mom to not just pop in.
Yeah.
She would get so mad at me. You don't love me and all this stuff. And I'm like, that's not the deal, mother. I'm at work.
Right.
And friends too. And that had nothing to do with the question you asked, by the way. Sorry.
It's okay. I love it. Oh, goodness, goodness.
But anyway, that's how I went from banking to snarky blogger. And
I love it. So you talk about the resource guide. So what does that really look like for somebody that's a beginner or just starting out online?
so I can't just answer that. I have to tell a story.
That's okay.
Okay. So when I first got started, I didn't even know what a blog was. My teenage daughter taught me, and she wasn't explicit enough. That's a whole other story. She said it's an online diary, Mom. The resource guide helps that brand new person go from knowing nothing. Inside there are definitions of what each tool is, what it does, and why anybody working online needs it. But then it goes further than that, and I'll tell a story again. So back to that online diary blog thing. There are right ways and wrong ways to blog when you're building a business.
Yes.
When she told me it was like a diary, of course, as we build our business, we're living life. The real true things are happening. And so I would blog about it. I need to go back and clean those up because it really was a diary, not a business blog. And so there's that sort of guidance in there. Who do you go to learn how to write? Who do you go to if you need help with your email list? Those sort of things that I didn't have and had to struggle through every step until I figured it out. There were nights, and I'm not joking. I started when it was dial up and a desktop with a tower
Yes.
in the country, power outages, all those things. And all of this stuff was so new that you cannot possibly learn it all in one sitting. And so I would forget to back up or to save.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am at 12:30 at night, pounding out this article, forgot to save, the power goes out. I lost the whole thing.
Everything. I've been there before.
Had to start over. New people don't have to deal with that so much because a lot of these tools are set to where they automatically save
Best thing ever.
every so often. So it's just a guide that I wish I had when I got started. I would have saved so many tears.
I've told people, in fact, I just had some friends on the other day and I said, I wish I would have known and had somebody to show me the step by step. So I was not just kicking the can down the road, winging it. It was so nice to have. I love checklists and I love guys that tell me exactly what to do. And I love that yours include the definitions in there of what they are, because I was talking about things yesterday with these people and they were like totally overwhelmed. They're like, what is that? And they had no idea what I was talking about. So putting it down in definition form is invaluable to somebody just starting out.
Yes.
So let me look at the next question. Let's see. Well, I want to see, which one do I want to ask you? You've got so many good ones here. I like this one. What do you tell women who think they're too old or it's too late to start an online business?
Oh, boo-ha. No.
I knew it was going to come out of your mouth, but I can't wait to hear it.
Okay, so here's the thing. When I was a little girl, I started working at age 5
Mm.
in the vineyard with my grandma and grandpa. And my grandpa had 2 sayings, and he's been gone I don't know how many years, and I still hear his voice. Number 1, if you aren't learning something new every single day, you're dying.
That's so good.
And number 2, always put a little bit away today or tomorrow. Even if it's skinny today, you won't be skinnier tomorrow.
Ooh, I'm going to have to go back and write that one down.
Yeah. And grandma and grandpa they were hardworking farmers. Their farm was their second job. Imagine that.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
hard work.
Grandpa worked in the Navy yards during the week and would come home on weekends. Grandma was a cook at the local high school. And then the family came together on the weekends and we farmed. And I hated it as a kid, but I look at me today and my work ethic, they started on me early. And I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
And those little things that you think are nothing at the moment that they're said, they stick with you and they form the type of person you become later.
That gives me goosebumps because I grew up a farm girl myself, and you learned hard work and dedication from a very young age. And so that just brings it all back to me of working on the farm. And because the farm life is not for the faint of heart. My son's recently taken over the farm and he's trying to build it. And it's not an easy job. It's 24/7. It's just one of those that you really can't leave.
No.
So yeah, that just brings back so many memories for me. So let's dive into your FastTrack Tools That Work. What can someone expect to get from your guide?
That's a hard question. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because every single person who downloads and uses it is going to be at a different place in their life and in their business journey. So, depending on where they are, they'll either come in and look at it and go, oh my gosh, I need all this
Huh?
as a beginner. And it's okay. It's just like your toddler walking. You take it one tool and one step at a time. That's it. You focus and you keep it simple. I just learned and speed. I want to go back just half a second to, are you too old? No. And here's why. I've been doing this for what, 15 years. And I still learn something new every day. And I just learned the other day why I get so deer in the headlights stop. And it's, what am I doing? It's because I gathered too many resources and I was trying to do it all. And it's, wait, no, go back to the basics.
Yeah.
And help everyone build a firm, solid foundation before they expand. So, had I not learned that, I probably would burn out.
Yeah.
And fade away into the sunset. But I'm so grateful. And finding a good coach is paramount.
Well,
Why I'm so glad I'm in the community I'm in. I have resources beyond the guide.
yes.
So that because there's 500 million people out there who will take your money and
Oh, yes.
give you nothing in return. And I finally found the ones who over deliver. So,
Love it. I love it. Yeah. In fact, the people that were here yesterday, I've signed up for all these Facebook things that are the get rich quick schemes. You pay the money for it and they give you nothing in return. Just here, figure it out on your own. So that's why I love your fast track to tools, because it's taking one step at a time. It's one step forward. Doesn't matter how big or little that step is. It could be a baby step, but as long as you're moving forward, you're making progress. And that's what I love about it.
yes. And not only that, the one thing, I'm not a coach, but that does not mean that I give you the guide or I help you get started in a program and then I disappear. No,
Yeah.
I'm there for support. And if I can't support you here, then I'm going to guide you and show you and introduce you to someone who I trust
Yeah.
that can. And I have carried that for 20 years in my brokerage. And I don't buy leads. I'm referral only. And customers for 20 years who now, if I paid them for the leads they send me, I'd be paying them thousands a month.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's just doing the job the first time has carried forward rather than being sloppy. And it's not always about the money.
Yeah. Customer service and client support are huge, and it's invaluable to those, especially as a beginner, because even though you've got the guide in front of you, that community support that's behind it is worth its weight in gold.
Yes.
Yeah. Now that you've met the magic behind the brand, I want you to go grab Carla's gifts, tap the link, jump into the bundle, and start downloading all of the freebies that are going to make you sparkle just in time for the holidays. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss what's on the inside. Carla, as always, I could sit and talk to you for hours, but it's always thank you. Thank you for taking time out of your day today to come and visit with me a little bit about your FastTrack toolkit.
You're welcome. I look forward to seeing everybody on the inside and guiding you to your best business.
I absolutely love it. Carla, we will talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.